Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are back here on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, and we are continuing on with the Justice for All, Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout, and we are on the Part 4-1 trial, so let's go ahead and get into it. Last time we did some investigation, we got some more evidence and stuff like that to help us out in the court trial, so hopefully it is of some use. So, June 22nd, 9:51 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Nick, what's wrong, Maya? We're definitely not gonna lose. Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? She's just like me, for real, for real? No, she's not. She's a prodigy, a genius. Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. Yeah, she definitely does seem pretty strong. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah. And I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father. Yes, yes. Then you look at me, and well, are you trying to say you're not grown up? You'd be right. I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm a suspect in a murder trial. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Maya. I don't think it was you. I don't think so. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Are you not going to tell her that, Phoenix, or are you just thinking that in your mind? Good morning! Oh, hey, Pearl. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Don't give me those eyes, Pearl. Don't you dare. I don't like what you're insinuating. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. What do you mean? My mother is coming to show her support. Support? Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. I can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Love? What? Pearly! Not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll see you to your alone time. Oh my gosh. This girl. Thank goodness. Nick? This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. Oh, yeah, she won't be able to see the trial if she has Mia. What do you mean? What's going on? What kind of ideas do you have, Phoenix? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Defense is ready, Your Honor? Let's start already. Come on, Miss Von Karma. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news of great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. Wait, why is it being transmitted all over the world? I didn't allow that. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. Oh my. The famous one is me. Oh yeah, she is the genius of prodigy. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming the prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me, as I conduct my first trial in this country. Haha, that's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. Judge, why don't you give us a little rundown of what the theory was? That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes, that is what the theory was. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before this begins. What would that be, Miss Von Karma? Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? So she's agreeing with me? That's kind of odd. But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. No, no, no. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped the key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? Oh my. Prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium. In a manner of speaking. What do you mean in a manner of speaking? The whip! Oh no. I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. We still don't really know what that is, other than it kind of separates, it separated Maya from whatever the spirit is. I mean, severing. Like, what did she do to sever it? Removing a spirit from a body, sending it back to the other world. That is, yes. You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. She escaped from the room? So while she was severing the spirit from the body. What? Why didn't you tell us this ahead of time? This seems like a very, very big thing. And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Sounds like something Morgan should have told us before. Order, order. Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Yeah. Okay, so what was his testimony? After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrust me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? What? I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Sounds suspicious. Why have you hidden this until now? Exactly, that's what I'm trying to wonder. I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsalities when they arise. Who gave her tea? Who gave her something to drink while she's up there on stand? That's right, she is simply correcting a falsality, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Okay. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door to the chamber. Who do you mean by those two? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lala's not a foreigner despite how she died. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry, I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I would have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. What did you do after that, Miss Fey? I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people? Yes, that's true. Two people to go to the police. If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. At that time, I myself was a little confused, on top of which there was another. It's nothing? No need to concern yourself? No, I'm going to concern myself with that. Another? Question further. There was another reason why you wanted us both out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. I mean, we got the gun from her, right? Well, that's very noble of you, Miss Faye. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad impression of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. Pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand. She was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. This strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. A lie? You said that was a lie? Why did you lie? But why would you lie something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya. Question further. We need to know everything. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Pray tell, did she? This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Very well. Now, witness, continue with what happened. Did she thrust me away from herself and escape from the room? Okay. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes, I'm a very weak old woman. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. Ooh, I would not say larger, Phoenix, okay? There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Remember at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey? Oh, she's throwing that back at us. Growing old in such a mysterious way, trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, couldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. With great strength, she hit me at the back of the neck. I fainted for a short while. How long? You fainted. Became dizzy, then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? Thank you. Not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. The defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Well, she went to the garden. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Question further. So while you were unconscious, you were absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? That's a good question. That's a good question, Phoenix. She could have just been standing over you, watching you. It's true that the witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. You mean you have two witnesses? I mean she has another witness. Yeah. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. From what she said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Oh, that whip. Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. Eeny Meeny. She went to go talk to Eeny Meeny. Who is that? The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who is sleeping in the side room at the time. I think you can see where this is heading. Yeah. Her. Witness. Name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Meeny. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What does this parapsychology say? Let's see. I guess most people would call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people would call it, I can't say I understand what this means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Okay, court's on hold while the judge goes back home and looks up parapsychology occult stuff. Yes, sir. Now then, Mrs. Eeny Meeny. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant Maya Fey. Is this correct? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake, please. Oh, the judge does not have a spine. So after the murder, when the channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into my room. It was totally my sister. I hadn't seen her in a long time, so I was so happy, like in a sad way. My sister told me something totally terrible. What did she say? Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? She was the nurse they were channeling, so that makes sense. Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes. Yes, Mimi Meeny. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Well, this is... Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. What was a terrible thing? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Oh, I don't think I would like to hear about it. Do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Meany, please. My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. Oh, the car crash. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Oh my. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eeny. She took her revenge on Dr. Gray. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. I can believe that. I mean, if you're killed by someone and you got the chance to get back at that person, I can kind of understand it. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix! Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it. Let's find out one of those loose threads and unwind the tapestry of lies. Thank you, Mia. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind the murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Ooh, time for a cross-examination. Okay. When the channeling started, you were sleeping in the side room. Okay. Was that because your allergy? That's right. Sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that I was going to be totally a seedy day. I see. Yes, premonition, seedy day. Anyways, so you're taking a nap. Did something happen while you were asleep? Someone came into the room. Do you know the time? Around 1 a.m. 11 a.m. My stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time it was when someone came to your room. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have just been more clear about it. My bad, sorry. No, it's okay, like, it's really. That's it? Why do you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Oh my gosh, he's so ditzy. Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Oh my god! Totally like my sister! Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess. You guess it's your sister. Was it, or was it not your sister? I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all. Not my sister, your sister. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. Eenie. Now the witness, how do you feel when you saw Miss Meanie? I hadn't seen her so long. I was so happy in a sad way. Happy in a sad way. Yeah, like I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react with surprise seeing a dead loved one alive again? Maybe if I was someone who don't know about, like, the occult. But I know all about the channeling technique. So she immediately recognized that was her sister. That's the point. Okay. Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange about the encounter? No, there wasn't any reason for me to think anything was strange. But, oh, stop with that. Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection could try to use in a while instead of a whip, Miss Von Karma. Mr. Wright, this question of what your witness felt when she saw her sister is really that important? It's very important, Your Honor. It's very important. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but it's very important. Alright, Mr. Wright, please amend your testimony, okay? I wasn't, like, scared or at all. Like, her costume looked totally, like, normal. Like, normal. So there's nothing odd about your sister's appearance. Yeah, nothing was weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. What? Mia, please speak up. That's impossible. Is everything okay? Can I go on? My sister, she, like, told me something totally terrible. Terrible? What has she told you? Do you forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Excuse me, princess. Ask to hear it again. I would like to hear it again. Maybe we can find something in it. It was so spooky-like. That was no accident, blah, blah, blah. Okay, maybe I don't need to hear this again. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. If only we could get her to say Dr. Gray. She just said that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie. Is that all she said? And then she just like walked back to the channeling chamber? Like, how is that? It's a little scary. I'm sorry, maybe I put too much spookiness into it. She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush to this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember to keep calm and collected. Yeah, this one about the costume here, okay? So, the costume... Maybe if we show... Maya's costume, because she said it wasn't surprising. So if we show her this, maybe. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of your sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. Yeah, blood inside this, like the channeling like costume, the blood spray. Yeah. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Oh, she's eating her hat. Order, order. Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. Oh my gosh, she's going feral. That... Where are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, didn't mean to snap. Now hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Judge looks up a little shaken up, too. Ooh, okay, so after the murder now. So now she's going to change up her testimony a little bit. The side room was kind of dark. Oh, that's why she's going to say she couldn't see the blood. So, like, the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. Then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. So you brought her back to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. Okay. Side room is dark. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions on this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You're such a hopeless cause, witness. You feel free to ignore that little trite little man. Okay. The costume is purple. The blood blended in. Press on that. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had a gun with her at that time as well. You weren't worried about your sister being bloody and having a gun? Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I totally didn't. All I was looking at was her face. Continue. And then you persuaded her... Okay. That it wasn't right. What was your sister, Miss Mimi Meanie, like at the time? She was totally flipping out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew... She said she did something bad. And she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. And then I took her to the channeling chamber. Okay, let's press on that. Was her sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe like talking her taking her revenge on Dr. Gray made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too. Mr. Phoenix Wright, the sooner the better. She says that with her whip out. And Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber you know. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie? Sure. Was there anything you found strange or just out of place? Something out of place. Oh. Maybe when arriving... Ooh, wait a second. Maybe when she was going to the crime scene. Because wasn't Pearly there putting together the vase at that time? Okay, let's look. We're talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not it was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. It is very, very important, Judge. Very well. Miss Meanie, if you will, please, include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I didn't see anything on the way to the channeling chamber. Okay, let's press her on it. Try to remember that time. Oh, like I remember. Totally didn't see anyone on the way. Something you finally pull out of the witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. Phoenix, the judge believes his testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. We have to give it another shot. Okay, so let's go back to... didn't see anything on the way. So let's go ahead and present the sacred urn. Because I'm pretty sure that was being put together by Pearly at the time. Oh, yep, the music stopped. There we go. Finally found the fault. Or I guess you could say the crack in your perfect lie. The crack. Take a look at this urn. Yes, it says I am. There are cracks. Do you see them? So, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn out old urn? Oh, Miss Von Karma, you will care about it. Yeah, I already said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't totally say anything about an urn, did I? Correct, you didn't say anything about an urn. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at the time, there was no way you could not have seen this person. It's gotta be Pearl, right? I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Oh, the way she pulled her head in through the hat. Oh, made her look like a ghost, like Casper. Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you're walking, I'll have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar. Oh, that again. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what they say is the witness. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? Where you really were at the time of the murders, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. There's no way. There's no way she was. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. Okay. It's her testimony just now. You made the following statement. Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber you know. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. What does that have to do with anything? It's very important. Miss Meanie, how do you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber, but how did you know that? However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Meanie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there the winding way. Oh, is this one come up like where she was in the trunk? But look at the manor guide. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber... Oh, they'd have to go through here, where we were all at. One had to use the winding way. Unless she was already in the channeling chamber, like I said. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meanie, please answer the question. Oh, what? She looks too smug. Don't ask a question off of the baseless assumption, if you please. I suppose since you'll put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear it. Where was the witness? Okay. She had to have been inside the channeling chamber. Was here, of course. But that's a channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? You're correct. That's right. Miss Meanie was in the scene of the crime. Order. That's... Oh. Mr. Phoenix, right? Have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding. I was hiding? Oh, yep, I got her. Where was she hiding? Okay, she had to have been... Okay, so the bullet went through somewhere around here, so she had to be behind the curtain. Behind the folding screen, yes. Don't make me say it again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no one behind that hanging out behind the folding screen. Okay. Say, you stupid jerk. Oh, she's ripping her hat. Do you see that? Quit being so quick to pin it on me, Slimeball. Now, Miss Meanie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps. As if I actually... exactly how old I am. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this clothing box. It's all coming together. Miss Meanie, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. What's in the box, you say? Well, it's Eenie Meenie. That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. No, you're incorrect. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Yeah, because Lotta hid it. Yeah. But that clothing box was in the side room, correct? Which means it had nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should have known. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Do you think you can prove the clothing box was at the time of the crime? I would say yes with the evidence. Yeah. Oh, wait! I can because of the bullet hole! Oh, that's right. Okay. Show the box. Show them what's in the box. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. And 8 inches off the ground. A hole 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. So for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. We got her! I think we got her. Order? Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Eenie Meenie? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Meenie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. She had planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of the foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all by themselves. I would say correct, it's not possible. That is a lot of stuff to do. For one person to do all of it. Yeah, I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Oh, she's going crazy. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. It's gotta be Morgan. It's gotta be Morgan. Okay, let's go ahead and... There she is. She wanted to be master. This person. If it wasn't someone you from Korean Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Fey. Isn't that the wonderful lady we witnessed? The wonderful lady witness we had earlier. Yes, it is. What do you have to say, Miss Meanie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Don't you dare try. I got you. She's crying. She's given up. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently toward the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But That's when something unexpected happened. Yes, he had brought a gun! Dr. Gray actually was not dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. That's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and shot him. It makes perfect sense, Judge. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meany, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. I have to do the severing technique. Before there are more victims. Oh. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. The judge seems so surprised. Look at his eyes. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? It's Morgan, isn't it? Oh no, it's Von Karma. Oh, you simple-minded fool. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? Evolving? What is this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something so petty? What in the world? What was happening? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And what is that? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting all this whole act. What reason would she have to do such a foolish thing? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Oh, and one more thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Exactly. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Yeah. A motive. I have to think. What a motive. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Because she killed her sister. It's got to be the second clipping, maybe? Yeah, let's go present this one. We found this at the clinic. Just as I thought, you bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through the accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? You want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I wanted revenge, I wouldn't have waited that long. And besides, like the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. It was a total coincidence. He asked me about it. She's back to her airhead persona. Great! However, you see. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Meany has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated. She has no motive for the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. She want to be master, though. You don't even have any truly decisive piece of evidence. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should totally learn your place. I thought I had her, yeah. See, like, it's just as I told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. She's like bipolar, Jesus. Very well. I can conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Meenie. Hold it. Who is it? Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. It does sound like a ridiculous mess up. Okay. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Listen, Phoenix, everything happened for a reason. There's a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. It is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way? Can you provide the reason? Yes, I can. I will find a way. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meany had a motive. Ha ha ha. Too bad you're too late. My cross-examination is already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, right? But you're supposed to be on my side. Come on. Yeah, Miss Von Karma. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me. I will throw you out of my way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a second. Oh, shoot. She's not going to get to finish. So, that seemed to be the first day of the trial. Well, the first episode of this trial. Let's go ahead and save. Yeah, so next time we're going to episode 2, part 4-2. So, part 4-2 trial. So next time we're going to have to find a reason why Miss Meany would kill Dr. Gray. We're going to have to show that, I guess, Dr. Gray, put her sister to sleep, like gave her sleeping pills, or at least find some other reason why he might have killed her. Then we'll have a connection. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. So, bye-bye.